Good evening, children. We continue with the second video of our 11th standard trigonometry. The topic is rotational angles. Okay. So I gave an introduction of what is the meaning of angular displacement. Okay. So however we go about around a point, we only take the position of the final position and the starting position, and here most of the time we take horizontal line as the baseline, that is the line of reference, and how much angular displacement the line or a point is rotated about O, right? Now if you see the four quadrants I explained last class, and here the first quadrant are going anti-clockwise, second quadrant, third quadrant, and the fourth quadrant. So I told you every angle which is greater than 360 degrees, okay, is resolved or broken or converted to some acute angle, right? And even angles which are obtuse and reflex. So reflex angles greater than 180 but less than 360. Even they can be expressed as an acute angle. That is why you know in the maths tables book for trigonometrical tables, you have only 0 to 90, the values of all t ratios, right? So first quadrant, when we see any angle given, if it is an acute angle, so if I say 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 31 degrees and sine, tan, cos, whatever of that angle is, so we see the tables book only for 30, 60, 45, 90, 0. We know the values by heart, which are called standard angles. You all know that sine 30 is half and cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Other angles, if they are in degrees, minutes or degrees, minutes and seconds, we see the tables. So if I say sine 32 degrees, you have the tables book. Now, but sine 32 can also be expressed as like cos of 58 degrees. Cos 58 degrees and sine 32 degrees will be same. Sine tan 40 and cot 50 will be same. The values will be same, right? Now we'll see why that, and you have done it in 10th standard. Sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, cos 90 minus theta is sine theta, tan 90 minus theta is cot 90 minus theta is tan theta, and sec 90 minus theta is cosec theta, cosec 90 minus theta is sec theta, right? So we see when you write an angle in terms of 90 and 270, whether it's 270 plus or 90 plus or 270 minus or a 90 minus, then this you write the sign according to which quadrant it is. Last class we saw this is for all t ratios are positive. Your sine and cosec are positive, your cos is positive and sec, and your tan and cot is positive, and your cos and sec is positive. We have seen that, I discussed last class, right? So, and we'll see why it is positive, okay, why they are positive. Each one is has the respective homes, and this is all acute angles, t ratios of all acute angles is positive, right? So in the first quadrant, so an angle which is acute can be written also as a complement of itself, like 30's complement is 60. So we can write in terms of complementary angles. So we have to solve some trigonometrical identities, and you have to prove that sine theta, a plus b is 90, prove sine theta, sine a equals cos b, like that. So that kind of proofs, you know that a plus b is theta, so b is 90 minus a, and that is sine a. So therefore, you have to prove that cos b equals sine a if a plus b is 90 or 270. So here, but if the angle is greater than 360, slightly greater, so it is suppose 380 or so 400 degrees, then we'll write it as 360 plus an angle. So that also comes in the first quadrant. That little bit should be an acute angle. If it is obtuse, we'll see how to do that. I'll give you some examples. But 360 plus any angle will be just that angle, because we do not take rotations into consideration. Any full rotations considered as 0 degrees displacement, because we come back to the starting line, which is x dash. Then we can also say, suppose an angle has made 3 revolutions, so 1080 degrees, so it comes here. But if it is suppose 1100 degrees, so we'll write 3 times 360 plus 20. So that is the meaning of 2 and pi. 2 pi is 360 degrees. N is the number of revolutions. If you're going anti-clockwise, N is positive numbers, whole numbers. If you're going anti-clockwise, N is negative. That is why we say N belongs to integers. Okay. So now let us go to the first quadrant and see why the values are this. Now here first quadrant, you know, P, B and H all are positive. This is positive, right side of x-axis. So we consider this as x, positive y, negative x, then negative y. Even we consider this as x-axis, y-axis plus their angles. The angles are all differ by 90 degrees. Yes. Now, so when you are writing in the first quadrant, so we are now doing first quadrant. So in the first quadrant, so any angle. So you are given an angle. So how do you know which it's in the first quadrant or not? Right? So that will be any angle we write. Suppose we write as, we take first the 2 pi and 2 pi plus. So first quadrant, suppose you say alpha, and that you are writing as sine alpha. And you are breaking that alpha as pi by 2 minus theta. Okay? So that you've done already, that is cos theta. And pi by 2 children is 90 minus theta, same thing. Yes? Then cos pi by 2 minus theta, which is, remember, 90 minus theta. Pi by 2 is 90. So 90 degrees in radians is pi by 2. Pi radians is 180 degrees. Here pi means 22 by 7 approximately, not exactly, because pi is an irrational number. It's 3.14 dash a non-reckoning decimal. We approximately give a round figure like 3.1423 or 28 or 22 by 7, but it is not exactly 22 by 7. It's a non-terminating decimal value greater than 3.14. So here, and this will be sine theta. We have done this in 10th standard. Okay, now I'll explain why also. Tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. And similarly, reciprocal, cosec 90 minus theta, or you say pi by 2 minus theta, what are degrees 90, radians pi by 2, that is sec theta. Sec 90 minus theta, 90 is cosec theta, and cot 90 minus theta, or you want to write pi by 2 minus theta, that is tan theta. So these are complements. So acute angle only, you want the complement of the angle, and then this is the ratio. Now why? See this children. See this figure. So suppose you have, I'm just showing the first quadrant. We are doing first quadrant. So in this figure, if this is theta, okay, this will become 90 minus theta. This is your B, so this becomes a rectangle. So this is B and this is your P. Right? This becomes a small rectangle, all angles are 90. So therefore this is B, this is B, this is P, this is P. So if you see sine theta here is P by H, opposite by hypotenuse. And cos 90 minus theta, this is cos 90 minus theta. So cos 90 minus theta is base by hypotenuse, P by H. So that is why sine 9 theta is equal to cos 90 minus theta. So when you are taking complementary angle, okay, if you are writing an angle as a complement of itself, like 30's complement is 60, so sine 30's value will not be sine 60's value. Sine 30's value will be same as cos 60's value, right? Like you have tan 20's value will be cot 90. You will see a lot of identities when you prove this property is very important. Okay, so therefore the P and the B get interchanged when you take complement. That is why when you take 270 minus theta, 270 minus theta will be this triangle, right? This whole thing is 270, a little less. This triangle, same thing, the P and the B gets interchanged. So whenever you have 90 plus angle, 90 plus theta, 90 minus theta, 270 plus theta, 270 minus theta, sine you will write according to which quadrant the angle is lying, so that you put without thinking. And then you have for 90 and 270 sines, the pairing of sine will be cos, cos will be sine, tan will be cot, cot will be tan, sec will be cosec, cosec will be sec. That you have to remember for 90 and 270, because there we are taking the line of reference as the vertical line, which we generally don't take. So therefore, normally we take the horizontal line as the line of reference. Therefore, there is no problem when you break an angle in terms of 180 or 360. Like you write 110 is 180 minus 70, right? Instead of writing 90 plus 20, what I have said, 110. You can write as 180 minus 70, you can write 90 plus 20. I will avoid 90 plus 20, but if a sum is given 90 plus theta, you're supposed to know sin 90 plus theta is plus cos theta. Okay? Because 90 plus theta is second quadrant. So that is why whenever remember you're splitting an angle, resolving an angle as sum or difference of 90 plus something or 90 minus 270. Remember the pairing of sine is cos, cos is sine, tan is cot, cot is tan, cosec is sec, sec is cosec. Whereas 180, 360, the name is same. Right? So this is the first quadrant, 90. Now the first number 1. So 6 formulas over. Number 2. So now 360. Same thing, first quadrant, same angle. Suppose the angle is, now acute angle, either you find the value of sine 66 degrees or prove it is equal to cos of 24 degrees. So that is sine of 66 is sine of 90 minus 24, which is cos 24 degrees, right? That is only writing in terms of its complementary angle. Otherwise, there is no need of breaking up an acute angle because you know the value of an acute angle. You can find the T ratio of an acute angle, whether you use tables or you do not use tables. Now coming to suppose an angle is 380 degrees. So you will break that as a 360 plus theta. And that is the meaning here. A little bit more, but that will come in the first quadrant, right? So now suppose you have, like second one, say first quadrant, sine of 360 plus theta, which I can write also as 360 is how much in radians? 2 pi. So it can be 2 pi plus theta also, children. 360 degrees plus theta or 2 pi plus theta, not 2 pi degrees. 2 pi is radians, radians has no units. So this 360, then cos 360 you can directly write, and tan 360 plus and cot 360 plus and sec 360 plus and cosec 360 plus. Okay, children? Now, hope you can see it. Now, your 6 names. Now, I told you very easy. We do not consider the. So, it's first quadrant. Even if it's not in the first quadrant, even if it's 120 or 240 or whatever, 300 children. 360, we do not count the revolutions. We come to the 0 line. So, if you just close this, so what is left? Sin theta, cos theta, that's all. We do not consider the revolutions, right? So we straight away write sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. Am I right? Okay? So, no, nothing to study. So you have got the 6 formulas. First quadrant, all are positive. Or even forget suppose if it's 360 plus 240. 360 is revolutions. Is as good as 0 degrees displacement. So you're left with only, do not consider 360, only what is added to 360, what is subtracted from 360. So that becomes, that is 360 sin theta, then you have cos theta, same 360 and 180, name does not change also. So it becomes easy. 180 and 360, if an angle is in terms of 180 minus or 180 plus or 360 minus or 360 plus, the name also is same, but you just have to remember which quadrant and put the sign. You know, in first quadrant all are positive, right? When you come to second quadrant, how do you break up an angle if it's in the second quadrant and then to an acute angle, and therefore you can find its value. So this is this. So immediately you know the angle. So how much you learn? 12 without by hearting, okay? Then we come to next one, 2n pi. 2n pi means any multiple of 360 plus theta. Like I told you, like 7,220 or 7,240. So 20 times 360 plus 40. Okay, so that means that 20 times 360 is not considered. We come back to this line. We stand at 0. So what is the excess? That's 240. How much I said? 40. 7,240. So only sin 40. Right? Cos of 7,240, cos 40. So that is the meaning of n. How many, what multiple of 360? 2 pi is 360. So therefore, after writing this, I just rub this and write 2n pi plus theta. So this is 2 pi. So this is basically 2 pi, right? This was 2 pi. Now, you've understood, so how many we finished? 12. Now in the first quadrant it can be 2n pi plus theta, 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 and 2n pi. Any multiple of 360, not n pi. Because if n is odd, it becomes not complete revolutions, 0.5 revolution. It will become, suppose 11 is 11 pi, it will become, you have 5.5 revolutions. Only when it's 12. That is why 2n pi you say. That means it is twice pi and n is multiple of it. Where n stands for, say, rotations, how many rotations you are making. Right? So same answer. See, sine theta, we don't consider the multiples. Right? So if you have like say 3 sine of, so example, if I say, can you see the board? If I say sine of, okay, 3720 degrees, okay, so it is 3600 plus 120. 3600 is 10 times 360. I will close my eyes to that. I come to the starting point, right, plus 120. So I remove that revolution, sine of 3 times, that is 10 times 360, this is 10 times 360, okay, plus 120. So this I will not consider, okay, again I write it here, I repeat, 3720 is 3600 plus 120, so you only take sine 120. Now sine 120, again obtuse angle, the question is changed into acute angle, 120 second quadrant, we break that up as 180 minus 60. Second quadrant, it is sine's house, so it will not be minus sine 60, it will be sine 60. We will be coming to the second quadrant now. We are still doing the first quadrant. Is it clear? So therefore, this is your, how many we finished? 12, 1, 2, and before this 360 plus. So we already finished 12, 3, sorry, how much? This one, 18 from 6 3s are 18, we finished in the first quadrant. 18 here, 36, and then here you have 24, and here you have 24, that is 60, and then you have minus theta, sine of minus theta. What happens if the angle is clockwise? So you write minus. So what happens if the sign is negative? So that is another 6 formula. Sine minus theta is minus sine theta. Okay, cos minus, I'll illustrate some examples after that. Cos minus theta is cos theta. That's why cos is always a scalar. It is taken in vectors as scalar part, and sine always for the vector part. So then tan minus theta is minus tan theta. Similarly, cosec minus theta is minus cosec theta. Cosec minus theta is sec theta, and cot minus theta is minus cot. Whatever is for tan is for cot, whatever is for sec is for cos, whatever is for cosec is for sine. Okay. So now we finished first quadrant. So if we go to the second quadrant, okay, second quadrant again. So we'll go to the second quadrant. Or should we go to the, okay, we go to the second quadrant now. So how do we write angle? Suppose an angle is 140, so that lies in second quadrant. Similarly, you don't have to worry how to break up. Sin 140 will be positive, cos 140 will be negative, tan 140 will be negative, and similarly cot 140 will be negative, and sec 140 will be negative, cosec 140 positive sign. Right? And why? Because 140 is second quadrant, and that is house of sine. Sine, this is tan, and this is cot. Right? In the first, we do not miss. Second video, you'll understand only if you see my first video. Right? So now this is all sine. So you immediately know to put plus sign, whether it is 90 operation or whether it's 270 operation or the 180 or 360, but your sine will put plus if it is in the second quadrant. Right? So now let's do second quadrant. We are doing second quadrant. Now the angles, any alpha can be written as, if it's an obtuse angle. So I want to express in terms of an acute angle. Sine of 140 will be sine 40, right? And so here it is cos of 140 is minus cos 40. Now here you have sine of alpha you write as 90 plus something or 180 minus something. This is same as 90 plus theta, and this is 180 minus, little less than 180 but little more than 90. I told you 120 you can write as 180 minus 60, Or you can write as 90 plus 30. Now let us see why sine is negative in this. I told you when we take acute angle, we get this right angle triangle. You can see this is positive y, this is positive x. So P is positive, B is positive, H will always be positive because square of hypotenuse is P square plus B square. Though we do not take length of P and B as negative, even if we take negative 3 square, it becomes positive, but it's incorrect. Magnitude we take, but square, it is sum, not difference. Sum of squares of two numbers will always be positive. Difference of squares of two numbers may be positive, may be negative, depending which square is bigger, right? Therefore, hypotenuse is always positive, whichever quadrant it is in. It is only the P and the B keep changing. You know, in the first, in quadrant geometry, this is x comma y, this is minus xy, this is minus x minus y, and this is x minus y, right? So, therefore, in the second quadrant, so all t ratios are positive. That is why P by H, B by H, and H by P, B by H, sorry, P by H, B by H, and P by B are the reciprocals. So all are positive. That is why all t ratios in the first quadrant are positive. That means all t ratios of acute angles is positive. That's why in 10th standard they did not discuss about negative or positive, and you will see always in the question to be written 3 theta is an acute angle. Sin theta is half, phi theta is an acute angle. Because sine of obtuse angle is also positive half. Now you will be doing 11th standard. Now if sine theta is half, you just can't write 30 degrees. 180 minus 30 is also sine 30. So 150 is also half. This is what exercise you will be doing, right? Now second quadrant, if you see, now going from here to here, this is your alpha. So going roundabout, where is your nose? And if you show like this, it's easier to say this, right? I just give an example. You are 20 kilometers apart from station A to station B, and you are just reached station B, you're just 1 kilometer away. Somebody asks you, where are you? You say, I'm 1 kilometers from B. You will not say, I am 19 kilometers from A. So it is easier for you to. Similarly, when I'm making an angle like this, roundabout, if something, this is this, so this is the measuring line. So this angle is going like this. So instead of this, I will say it is clockwise. If this is theta, it is clockwise 180 minus theta. Isn't it? 180 minus theta is more sensible to say because theta is obtuse angle. Similarly, when you have an angle this, and the angle is going from here like this to here. So here it is coming. That means this you are telling me. You are telling me 300 degrees. But can't we say 30 degrees clockwise? Same, your position. We are talking of position of a point or position of a line with respect to some line of reference. So why not give the smaller number? That's what we are doing, children. But because of the direction, sometimes clockwise, sometimes anti-clockwise, sometimes it's the first quadrant, the angle is in the first quadrant, sometimes the angle is the second quadrant, third quadrant, that is where the sign changes. And if you take the vertical line, the complementary angles, even the trigonometrical pairing changes. It won't be sine on sine, it will be sine and cos, right? I told you. So now here, see here. So here P is positive y-axis, negative x-axis. So anything, so therefore you can see sine theta is P by H, so positive. Cosec theta is H by P, positive. The rest are negative because minus B by H is cos, P by minus B is tan. So tan will be negative, cot will be negative because reciprocal. One of them is negative. That is why this is the house of sine. So instead of saying this angle, I will say I will take this. This is theta. That's what I'm writing. This is alpha. So this I'm writing alpha, which is same as 180 minus this much. This is 180 minus alpha, isn't it? So I'm writing 9 pi by this. So here, this angle. So I'm showing in the diagram. When you're going to the second quadrant, you're here. So this angle, okay, alpha, which is obtuse angle. So this little angle is theta. So you are writing alpha is 180 minus theta. That's what you're writing. Right? This is alpha. So instead of sine alpha, which is same as my displacement alpha from this way anti-clockwise is same as clockwise displacement from, this is the baseline, whether you say this way or this way. The clockwise displacement of theta. You take the smaller displacement. So but theta, if this is theta, this is alpha, what is the relation? Alpha is 180 minus theta. That's what I am writing here. 180 minus theta. Or if I am writing with respect to this line, why I am writing this? Alpha, this is alpha, which is 90 plus this angle. So whatever it is, Either this or this. So don't think these two thetas are same. Okay, like 110 degrees can be written as 90 plus 20. There theta is 20. And or 180 minus 70. There the theta is 70. The surplus, whatever the number subtracted from 180 or added to 180 is your theta, and the or whatever is added to 90 subtract from is that considered as theta. We do not consider 90 to 70 in the formulas. They are they are the measuring lines, right? So now therefore that is why sine of obtuse angle is positive, cos of obtuse angle is negative, okay, of its supplement. So sine of 100 degrees is sine of 80. Cos of 100 degrees is minus cos 80. Tan of 100 degrees is minus tan 80. So supplements. So every angle, if you have tan of an obtuse angle, that's what you've done in slopes. Remember in equation of straight lines, that a teacher says obtuse angle, right? So if the inclination of a line is obtuse angle, tan of obtuse angle, suppose the inclination of a line is 120, you write 180 minus 60, and that's minus tan 60, because slope of a line is measured by tangent of the inclination the line makes with the positive direction of x. This is slope, this is x-axis. And if it is obtuse angle, you have to break it up. That means this angle, but you're taking opposite direction, see? So you're doing this in actually slopes of straight lines. When say for 135 degrees is the inclination of line with positive direction x-axis, tan 135 is tan of 180, its supplement is 45, but it is obtuse angle, second quadrant, so minus tan 45. So minus 1. That is why inclination, slope is negative, means the inclination is obtuse angle. Slope is positive, the inclination is acute angle. Slope is positive means you're climbing up the mountain, you're going above, you're going up in life. And you're coming down means your slope is negative, you're making obtuse angles. So coming downwards in life is negative. So because tangent, you're coming down, that's what we do in maximum minimum also. So anyway, now that one. So now let us see. Now you'll do these 6 formulas, patapat. So first let's do sine pi by 2 plus theta. Remember pi by 2 is 90, okay? You can type 90 degrees, but get more used to with radians. Because entire calculus angles are in radians, no degrees. So we have to get more used to this, right? So pi by 2, again pi by 2, it will sine, it is house of sine, but it will be cos of theta. This is positive. Cosec 90 plus theta will also be positive, but it will be sec, it will not be cosec. 90 names will change, 270 name will change, pairing, the pairing takes place, complementary pairing, right? So then you have cos 90 plus theta, not cos house. It is which quadrant, children? It is second quadrant. So you straight away put minus, but because it's 90, you write sine theta. Then it is sec, it is not sec house, second quadrant, minus, second quadrant, no, it is sine's house. So minus, that is for the which quadrant the angle lies, the plus minus is for the quadrant it lies. And then because 90, pairing of sec is cosec, not cos, not reciprocals. And then last is tan 90 plus theta, not my home, second quadrant, not my house, so minus, but 90 and 270 pairing starts, not the same name. And last, cot 90 plus theta, can you see the board? No, so I'm writing here, okay? Till where can you see? So I've written sec 90 plus theta minus cosec theta, and then tan 90 plus theta. Tan 90 plus theta is minus cot theta, and cot 90 plus theta is minus tan theta. So we finished 6 more formulas, right? Here you finished 18 and here you finished 12. So you note 18 plus 12, 30. 30 formulas without strain to your brain. Your marks will not go in vain. Isn't it? So, and learning maths is not a pain. The way if you learn it properly, right? So, this is 90 plus theta. So, I'll drop this, okay? What else you can write second quadrant? Second quadrant you can write in terms of 180, supplementary. So if you want to write, we don't write up acute angles, obtuse angles under 150. 150 you write is 90 plus 60 I taught you, right? So if you write 150 is 90 plus 60, right? That will be, it will be cos 60. Sin 90 plus 150 is cos 60. Cos 90 plus 60 is minus sin 60. Tan 90 plus 60 is minus cot 60. Okay, the excess. Okay, I told you 90, remove 90, remove 180, remove 360, remove multiples of 360, whatever is left over, the remainder is treated as theta. So now, second quadrant, one more I'll say, sine. This is very easy. You can do it yourself. I think you are doing when I'm doing with me. You must be doing faster than me now. Because second quadrant, only sine will be positive and the rest all will be negative and no pi, only theta. So that is sec pi minus theta, then cot pi minus theta. So this will be sine theta minus cos theta minus tan theta. This one, children, this is minus tan theta. This is minus cosec theta. Sorry, plus. And this is minus sec theta. Same name, minus cot theta. Sine and cosec will be positive. Second quadrant, my home. Right? So therefore, that is, so we finished 18 and 12. 30 formulas are over. Can you know? 30 formulas are over. So now we go to third quadrant. Third quadrant, we said it is house of tan. We said it is house of tan. See what I've written. Don't miss this. So copy this. So you have your, you can, of course, the advantage is you can pause. Okay, in classroom what happens, teacher ups the board, you don't know what you've written. You're daydreaming or you're talking to your friend. But here what happens, you can rewind and you see the video and see, stop, pause, and you can see where it is, right? So, after this is very important, children. And once you know this, your exercises will go fatafat in breaking up the angles and so on. Now, third quadrant. So, third quadrant, you have third quadrant. So, in third quadrant, how do we break the angle? That means the angle is a reflex angle. It's a reflex angle. Any angle which is a third or fourth, greater than 180, less than 360. That will be in the second and third and the fourth. That means this angle reflex angle, but less than 270 and greater than 180. So this alpha. Third quadrant angle greater than 180 but less than 270. Not a reflex angle like 300 degrees, right? That will come in the fourth quadrant. So reflex angles belong here and here. So we are only doing up to this, the third quadrant. Okay. So now you have, I can write this angle like 240, I can write 180 plus 60. I will prefer that because name won't change, only a sign I have to write. And I have to remove that 180, evaporate that. Okay. But if it's 270 minus theta, then I have to 270, sine ka pair, I have to remember cos, cos is pair, I have to remember sine, and then tan cot, cot tan, sec cosec, cosec. Right? That you have to remember. So sine also you have to remember and the name also you have to remember. And the name is common. 90 to 70, sine's pair is cos. So cos will be sine. Sec will be cosec, cosec will be sec. Tan and cot. Tan and cot will be the one the reciprocal. So don't think sec will be cosec. Cos will be sec pair. No. It's only for tan and cot. Because P and B get interchanged, right? When you take the complementary angle. So P and B and ratio between P and B is a cot. Right? So now here you have. So we are writing this. So first thing we are going to write this as 180. Let us think of 180. So we are taking alpha as 180 plus an angle. So 240 is 180 plus 60. So the theta is 60. Right? So sine of 180 plus theta. Now you will do before me. Okay? Cos of 180 plus theta. You can keep writing before me. And you can check, am I right? And you will see if you got all right. So you do it with me and you can do before. You can write the answer. I am not writing. You can write it and see you'll get all right. Because we are in third quadrant. Whose house is third quadrant? Tan and cot. So they will have positive on the right side, the rest all will have negative. And name is say, you just have to remove that 180. Okay? And tan 180 plus theta, then you have cot 180 plus theta, then you have cosec, then you see the board 180 plus theta, and you have sec 180 plus theta. Which two are positive? Only tan. This will be tan theta, and where the cot? The cot theta. The rest all will be negative. Sin 180 plus theta minus sin theta. Cos 180 plus theta minus cos theta. This is positive minus cos. Same name won't change. LHS, RHS, the name is same. and this is minus sec theta. Okay, that's all finished. So we have finished 36 formulas, children. Another 6, we have finished 42. Can you remember? Otherwise, imagine I'll make you sit and by heart the formulas. You won't do it. I used to give a lot of formula practice to all my students when I taught in Sacred Convent, right? And sometimes when they don't do their work, they forget to bring their books. I don't give any punishment. They used to think it's punishment, but it's a punishment as a reward because then they're learning formula, but at the same time they're writing it 5 times, 10 times. Okay? Otherwise, they won't have written. No? Nobody goes home and writes formula 5 times, 10 times. Only the very studious students, they revise it and by heart it. Just like you by heart tables, by heart this, right? The moment you have all the trigonometry formulas by heart, well, this you have to by heart. This you don't have to by heart. You just have the concept. These are quadrants. This quadrant is for this trigonometrical ratio is positive. You just add plus minus, and then that's all. And how much more than 180? How much less than 180? 180 is not written. Is it clear? So. Just a minute, children. Okay, so now here you finish this. Now let us take the other angle, that is now what is the other angle? 270 minus. So when I am going to the third quadrant, I write the diagram here. So we are in the third quadrant. We are in the third quadrant. So we are at some angle is here. This. So it is 180 plus theta, or 270 minus this angle, isn't it? From here to here is 270 and little less. That's why theta, that is this angle is complement of theta basically, right? That is why you get sine, cos, tan when you do 270. So if this angle XL, 240, this is 60, this will be 30 obviously, because the sum of these two angles is 90. So for 270 the theta will be 30, and for 180 plus 60, but 270 not plus minus 60. That will not be, what is that, 240. It will be 30, minus 30. Okay. Now we'll see 270, which I don't like, but you have to learn, children, because if the question comes like that, you have to know the answers. Okay. Now third quadrant only we are doing with respect to the vertical line. So that is sine 270 minus theta. Whose house is this? Tan's house. Third quadrant is tan and cot. Then your cos 270 minus theta. Then your tan 2. Now you'll be writing on your own. See? And you may make mistake 1 or 2 because it's a little confusing. But let's see how many get right. So write the answer before me, children. So tan 270 minus theta. Then cosec 270 minus theta. Then cot 270 minus theta. Then you have sec 270 minus theta. So it is whose house? It is third quadrant is house of tan. So tan won't be tan, it will be plus cot because 270. And cot will become plus tan. Theta, this is theta. And the rest is minus cos theta. Cos is minus sine theta. And you've written tan. Cosec is minus sec theta. And sec is minus cosec theta. So let's revise. Sine 270 minus theta, third quadrant, sine will be negative, so minus cos theta. Then your cos 270 minus theta will be minus sine theta, not with cos's house. Tan 270 minus is plus cot theta. Cosec 270 minus sec theta. Cot 270 minus is plus tan theta. And sec 270 minus theta is minus cosec theta. Finished? So, therefore, you have finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 6 are 42 we have finished. And people many learn only, many learn only sine, tan, cos. Why, children? In the sum only sine, tan, cos is not given, cosec. So instead of doing 1 by sine and then doing it, it's better you learn it and directly write. If you give cosec 270 minus, some children write 1 by sine and then do it and then reciprocal, then answer has to be reciprocal. So therefore, your fourth quadrant. So fourth quadrant means reflex angle, but alpha is greater than 270 and less than 360. Or n times some multiple of 360 and then it is little less than that. We'll come to that. Okay, what is the meaning of 2n pi minus? So it is fourth quadrant little less than 360, this line of measurement, and if you take this line of measurement, it crosses 270, So 270 plus the surplus, right? So fourth quadrant we write as 360 minus theta, which is 2 pi minus theta. We write 270 plus theta, which is 3 pi by 2 plus theta, or 2n pi minus theta. So this I can express. This is the fourth quadrant. So I am writing 360, which is very easy. Sine 360 minus theta is minus sine theta. Fourth quadrant, sine is negative. Cos 360 minus theta, my home, cos theta. Tan theta 360 minus, not my home, minus tan theta. Then cosec 360 minus, no, my home is the second one. So minus cosec theta. And we have sec 360 minus my home, so plus sec theta. And cot 360 minus theta is equal to minus cot. This cot is how second. So you finish the 6 one, right? 6 over. Now what happens? This 360. Suppose some angle is, suppose you have like 7,000 degrees, right? So 7,000 degrees is very close to 7,200. So we write as 20 times 360 is how much, children? 7,200 minus 200. Okay. So that minus 200, this will come here, 7,200. So subtract 200. So subtract 200 won't come here because it come here. So let us take some other angle. Suppose you have like 7150, right? Angle is 715. Whatever I put here, tan or whatever. So this is tan of 20 times 360 minus 50. Why? Because 7,200 is 20 times 360, a little less. So I've not gone, I just stopped here. So why will I say this angle again? I will say this angle. How much less? How much less far from this line, irrespective of you made 20 rounds. That means 19 rounds you made, right? 19 rounds you made, and then after the 50 less. That means 19 rounds and then you had 310 degrees. 19 rounds you made and 20th round you didn't complete it, you just made 310. You are just far away from 50 degrees from 360. That means you made 310 in the last round. That's the meaning, right? So that is the meaning. So now here you can put 2 pi also, no problem, right? And the next one which we did is 270 plus theta. So if you write this, then sine of 2n pi minus theta, cos of 2n pi minus theta, tan of 2n pi minus theta, sec of 2n pi minus theta, cosec of 2n pi minus theta, and cot of 2n pi minus theta. So now I told you revolutions, just cover the revolutions. So answer sine of minus theta, cos of minus theta, tan of minus theta, sec of minus theta. So this is minus sine theta, fourth quadrant is not mine, plus cos theta, this is minus tan theta, this is minus sec theta, and this is minus cosec theta, not minus plus sec theta, and this is minus cot theta. This house of, remember always 2 are positive, 4 are negative. You can't have 5 negative and 3 negative, 3 positive. Only 2. A trigonometrical ratio and its reciprocal. Okay? In every quadrant only 2 t ratios will be positive, 4 t ratios will be negative. Only in the first quadrant all t ratios will be positive. So therefore you have finished this, and last one is your 270 plus. So if I give you like 300 degrees, somebody writes, child writes sine, suppose I say cot 300, one child will write 270 plus 30, another child will write 360 minus 30. The child who writes 360 minus 60 is little lesser risk because names will be same. Only sine in its fourth quadrant, so she'll put only cos negative and cos positive and sec positive. The rest are negative, right? But for the one who writes 270 plus 30, she has to remember sine is paired with cos, cos is paired with sine. That also she has to remember. Okay, so the last one in the fourth quadrant, that is 270 plus something, will be in the first quadrant. That plus only I am talking of acute angle that way. So you have last one is fourth quadrant only. Sine of 270 plus sine of this angle is the fourth quadrant, so sine will be negative. So minus cos theta. Cos of 270 plus theta, this is fourth quadrant, cos will be positive, but sine theta. You don't write positive negative here, you write here. This angle and this you're breaking up. So that acute angle will have a positive sign or negative sign. Don't, many get confused putting the sign here. Okay? Then tan of 270 plus theta is minus cot theta because 270, name also changes. And then cot of 270 plus theta is your minus tan theta. Similarly, sec of 270 plus theta, it is home of sec, so plus cosec theta, and cosec of 270 plus theta will be minus. Cosec is negative, and the cosec of angle in the third one. So children, we have finished, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, 6 are 60 formulas you finished. You go over them. Now you won't have a burden on your head that I have to by heart 60 for 6 more are there. Negative angles. Sign of negative angles. I'll explain why negative angles becomes that. Because if I say simple, suppose I say theta is an acute angle. Okay, just say theta, so 0, 90. Just say theta is between 0 and 90. So if I say plus theta, it is first quadrant. Right? Plus theta, going anti-clockwise. You always measuring from line to the thing, not this to this. This is rotating, this is stationary. So from here to here is the direction, not like this. Okay? So this is the line, moving line is OA. So the shift is this way, not this way, right? So it's anti-clockwise. Now clockwise theta, this is minus theta. Same P, same B, same H, same P, same H, but only the magnitude is different. Why minus? Because it is clockwise. This is the fourth quadrant. That is the cos of minus theta is cos theta, sec of minus theta, sec theta. So let us write the last 6. So that becomes sine of minus an angle is minus sine theta. Cos of minus an angle is cos theta. Tan of a negative angle, clockwise measurement, whatever the angle, children, it is acute, obtuse, whatever. First you write it is minus the t ratio. Then your cot of minus theta is minus cot theta. Sec of minus theta is sec theta. So sec and cos are not affected by negative or positive, anti-clockwise or clockwise direction. And cosec minus theta is minus cosec. So see how much I spoke today, maybe around how many minutes I spoke? 47 minutes I spoke. And in this 47, of course, I'm explaining. But you can see that in half an hour we have finished 66 formulas. The concept. Of course, yesterday I taught you the beginning, don't miss it in the introduction, the meaning of rotational angles. What is this? Because when you by heart as 180 minus theta sine theta, just by hearting, not knowing what you're doing. Not knowing what you're doing. Okay, then you tend to do mistakes. And you have to further apply this, and application is there. This application continues in many of the sums. Okay. So therefore, that is 66 formulas over. 66 we have done, children, of rotational angle. Total 113. So remove 166. So that much only you have to learn. Compound angle, double angle, triple angle. Okay, sum to product, product to sum. That's all. I will do that, children, because I'll give you some tricks, some kind of pattern. This has to be done like this. So I'll write down some extra formulas for you so it becomes easy to do, children. Because what children fear, average and below average children, they fear the formula. They don't know which formula to apply where. And how do you know that I would apply this? How do I know? That's only practice, right? So here, now the negative angle concept. So here suppose I have, let us see some example numbers. So when I give you like degrees, suppose I say 2240 degrees and I put a tan, find its value, reduce it to acute angle. Naturally I have to reduce because there is no such angle. This angle ultimately is equivalent to some small angle between 0 to 90. So I have to find out that. So breaking up. So you know that 6 times 360 will be 2160, right? So I am going to divide. You divide, you get quotient 6, remainder whatever. So the remainder has to be less than 360 obviously, because you are dividing by 360. So therefore you are going to get this as, break it up, this is 6 times 360 which comes to 2160. So how much is left? So 160, if 2160 is 5, that is 0, 8. 80 degrees more. I told you revolution is not counted. That means you come back to the starting line, so displacement is 0. After you reach the starting line, you have went above by 80 degrees, so you come in the first quadrant. So therefore, tan of 80. Therefore, you will see the tables book. Therefore, the value of tan of 2240 degrees is same as tan 80. So that is why we have angle till 0 to 360, because in geometry we do have to perform angles. So then we do pie charts. So we do angles. There we have reflex angles. But in application, when we are doing heights and distances or measurement or finding the values of the T ratios of all angles, the angle has to be only acute angle. So it is 80, we'll see the tables. Suppose even if this was not this number, suppose it was a number was cosec, suppose it was 8 times 360 plus 240. Doesn't matter. It's not always, don't think that theta will only be acute angle or obtuse angle. It can be anything, revolutions plus. Okay, but if it's 180 plus, okay, then that's acute angle. So only in 316 revolution, this angle can be anything. Okay, you can, after 10 revolution, you could be here, you could be here, you could be here, you could be here, but you have not reached the 11th revolution. No? So that angle, n multiple of 360 plus that angle can be acute, obtuse, reflex. So here it is reflex. So you write this is neglected. So this is cosec 240. 240 is in the third quadrant. So third quadrant is house of tan and cot, not cosec, right? It's 180 plus 60. So straight away it's minus cosec 60, because this is cosec of 180 plus 60. That's all. This will further break up. So the reflex will break up in as 180 plus or 270 minus. If you write 270 minus 30, it will become sec 30. Okay, and sec 30's value is same as cosec 60. Okay, sec 30 is 2 by root 3 and cosec 60 is 2 by root 3. But answer will be same. But don't cheat, because some child got cosec 60, the other got sec 30. Array, what is this? I got wrong answer, and she sees and cancels. No. You got cosec 60, the other got sec 30, both are correct. Because cosec 60 is equal to sec 30, the complementary values, right? Cosec theta is always equal to sec of its complement, 90 minus theta. So this is how we break up the angles. Now if it is in pi, many people change. Suppose the angle is 67 by pi by 4, and say let's take cos. Find the value of this without using table. That means you get some pi by 4 children. Pi by 4 is 45 degrees, pi by 3 is 60 degrees, pi by 6 is 30 degrees, because pi radians is 180, pi by 2 is 90, pi by 4 is 45, pi by 3 is 60, pi by 6 is 30 degrees, 270 is 3 pi by 2, okay, pi by 2 times 3, so 3 pi by 2, and 2/3 of pi is 120 degrees. Just put pi as 120, you can calculate and see if you want, but you don't have to, don't convert to degrees, children, please. Don't make 180 multiply by 67 divide by 4, you get an answer, and then because 180 by 4 it is divisible, so you get a whole number on it, right? And then you break, then divide by 360, that's too long. Just write in mixed fraction. Cos 4 ones are 4, 2, 4 6 are 24, 3 by 4 pi. Okay, 3 by 4 pi. So I am writing this as cos 16 pi plus 3 4 pi. Put pi with both the number, the whole number and the fraction. 16 pi is 8 revolutions, not 17 pi. I'll show you odd one also. Okay, so this one will be, you'll neglect it because 8 revolutions, so it simply becomes 3 pi by 4. You know what is 3 pi by 4? 45 into 3, 135. Second quadrant. So, if you know second quadrant, you want to change it to 135, you do it. 135, again you have to write 180 minus 45. Why don't you write this? This is cos pi minus pi by 4. Oh, you are a little confused? You can change here to degrees, small angle, that's 135. And that you have again break it up, 180 minus second quadrant, so 180 minus 45, that is, it is cos, so minus cos 45, because second quadrant is not home of cos, it is home of sine, isn't it? So therefore, here otherwise you can do this also. So this becomes second minus cos pi by 4. I don't have to remember the formula. अरे क्या पढ़े थे? What did I do? No. Second quadrant is 3 pi by 4. Confused, change it to degrees. Pi by 4 is 45 into 3. Then that's obtuse. Obtuse angle. Second quadrant. Sine is positive. Sine of its supplement. Sine 135, sine positive, sine supplement of that. And cos will be minus supplement of cos of that. So minus cos 45, minus tan 45. So this is C minus. And 45's value you all know, cos minus 1 by 3. Is it clear? So let us take another one. Suppose you have like say 163 pi by 6. Sorry. So put tan. Okay, let's put this. So you write, again, don't change degrees. It will take a lot of time. You check with degrees. So this will be tan. 6 2s are 12. Okay, 6 2s are 12. Carry 2, 6 2s are 18. So let's take as say 1. Okay. Let's take this 161 6 by pi. So 6 2s are 12. Carry 4 6. 6 5s are 6 6 are 6 7s are 36 5 by 6 pi. Okay. So again this is tan of 26 pi plus pi by 6 pi. This is 13 revolutions. So tan 5 by 6 pi. 5 by 6 is 1 minus 1 by 6 children. That way remember. 5 by 6 write in terms of subtract from 1. So this is 1 minus 1 by 6. So pi minus pi by 6. So this again second quadrant. So minus tan pi by 6. This is 30 degrees. So minus 1 by root 3. Okay. So this is how we break the angle. Now suppose some angle like this. So change to mixed fraction. Put pi with whole number and this. And if you get suppose 15 and 1/4 pi. Suppose like this. Okay. And this is suppose cosec. So you write cosec 15 pi plus pi by 4. 1/4 pi means this is odd number, not 7.5 revolutions. So you will change it to greatest even number 14 pi plus pi plus pi by 4. So this you will take as 1, this you will neglect because 7 revolutions. So revolutions removing. So I am left with pi plus pi by 4. This is third quadrant, 180 plus theta. Third quadrant, cosec negative. Cosec positive second. Third quadrant 180 plus something third. So minus cosec pi by 4. We don't have to join this now. It's already 180 plus. If it's 180 minus cosec will be positive second quadrant. So minus root 2 is the answer. So this is how you break it up. Now you have an angle minus 300 degrees. Suppose you have minus a sine of minus 300. Whatever the angle is. First sine of any minus angle is minus sine 300. Then break up this, whether it is 4-digit number or 3-digit number or 2-digit number. First write it, sine of minus. Only cos will be positive, sec will be positive. Then break this up. So minus sine 360 minus 60. It is closer to 360. It has come close to the end point. Why will I write in terms of 180? It can't be 180 plus. You have 180 plus 180 minus, remember that in the angle children should be less than 180, not greater than 180. Negative नहीं होना चाहिए. Even if it's 180, you can't have 180 plus, say, you can have 180 plus 120 is 300, but that line right is 360 minus. So 180 plus theta should be acute angle, not an obtuse angle. If it's obtuse means you can write in terms of 270 plus or 360 minus. So this is which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Let this minus be there. So and 360, same name sign. Fourth quadrant negative, negative 60. This negative is for this. Minus minus plus, that is sine 60 and that is root 3 by 2. See if it's like this. You're going clockwise 300 like this, you're coming here. So clockwise you're going 300 degrees. You come to first quadrant, right? So first quadrant, that means 300 same as anti-clockwise from here to here, always line of measurement to that. Line of measurement to this is clockwise 300, which is same as anti-clockwise 60. That's why it is sine 60. So if you know that concept, you make a diagram, directly write Sine of minus 300 is sine 60 and this. But let us be more careful, let us be systematic. If you know very well, you can do this. Sine of minus 3 and minus 3, I am going clockwise 300, so it comes here. So why will I take this big angle measurement? I will say I am just 60 anti-clockwise. From here to here, not this way, anti-clockwise. And it is in the first quadrant. So T ratios of all sine 60, cos 60, tan 60 and their reciprocal will be positive. So sine 60, here it will come anti-clockwise or clockwise, whatever it comes, here sine on cosec will be positive, the rest will be negative. Okay children, hope you understood till here. And if you have any kind of suggestion, you want any kind of sums, then you just mail to me, I'll help you. Thank you children, God bless you.